We've had great success on this issue after a number of years of raising red flags about the lack of English proficiency and the lack of enforcement of English proficiency standards, which have been on the books for quite a while. And in 2025, we really upped the ante. We started making a lot of noise at CVSA, the organization that determines out of service and enforces a lot of these policies. They returned to the enforcement of English language proficiency. It became an out of service criteria with a lot of support from the Trump administration. But the Trump administration is not done with that issue. They are going even farther now. They have announced a rulemaking. Comments will be due, I believe, October 9th. I'll follow up on that because I'm not sure about that date, but there's an open rulemaking process to codify English language proficiency as an out-of-service criteria, which we strongly support. We'll be getting word out to all of our members on fightingfortruckers.com, giving them the opportunity to weigh in on this issue because we know it is critically important to them. It is critically important to highway safety. We're super pleased that the administration is pursuing this through a regulatory approach. That doesn't mean we're not also working to make sure the legislative approach is addressed as well. We're big supporters of Delilah's law, which includes English language proficiency enforcement. We are continuing to push for that bill to be considered on the House floor. We recently sent a letter to Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, and said, this is a priority for the driver community, for the safety community. It should be a priority for legislators on Capitol Hill as well. So we're continuing to work both the regulatory and the legislative paths because we know that is the best approach to making sure that this becomes law and cannot be watered down or overturned under future administrations. And ELP can just become a standard that everyone has to abide by, which they should have been for as long as truckers have been on the roads.